Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hey, welcome back, alums. Welcome home. I'm Keiko Doi. I'm the director of the Alumni Office and a Fine Art alum. And I'm thrilled that we're gathering once again, finally, to celebrate and honor our 2021 and 2022 Alumni Awardees tonight. I call them the Magnificent Seven, and in this incredible new space. I hope you got to explore. We'll talk more about that later. And yes, Merrick, we are celebrating 2021 and 2022 because we're catching up from the pandemic. So I'm glad you were able to join us. I'm going to make this quick because we're going to focus on our awardees tonight. Not only our incredible awardees, but the immensely talented presenters and filmmakers who are all alumni, who are going to make tonight's program unforgettable. So let's go. I'm thrilled to introduce fellow 1997 alumna, President Karen Hoffman.
My fellow alum. By the way, before we jump into this evening's program, we've got a birthday or two in the house. Keiko. Happy birthday, Keiko. I think you picked this night, right? Yeah. And then our filmmaker Rahat, that also is his birthday. Happy birthday. So there's quite a bit of significance for this evening tonight. As Keiko mentioned, we really are trying to catch up from really being apart. I think it's been 5 years since we had our last Alumni Awards. That's not okay. So it's really wonderful to have everybody join us here tonight, all of our alumni, our award recipients, our faculty, our staff. It's a wonderful family. So a lot has been going on the last 48 hours. For those of you that have been here, we've been enjoying our South Campus celebration entitled Beyond Supersonic. It has been beyond supersonic this last 48 hours, opening up our new spaces, the new home for transportation design, incredible design invitational today. So it's great to see all of your faces all cleaned up for tonight after an amazing day together along Raymond. Another big part of why this is such an important evening is bringing our community together. That's one thing that we know that this South Campus can do, is really unite us. I mean, it's the perfect space for this. And for those of you that have not had the chance to really take a look around at all of the work, we have a community of multiple disciplines that are showing their work. And I do hope that you all have a chance to see it. We're incredibly proud of where we've been, where we are now, and really excited for where we're going. So as Keiko said, tonight you're gonna hear from over a dozen alumni. Amazing alumni are gonna be up here introducing award recipients. We're gonna be seeing some films. And really I wanna also express my appreciation in particular for what we have here that runs these awards is our Full Circle. And Full Circle is really our philanthropic community of alumni that are here to support our students in numerous ways, really to achieve their dreams as artists and designers. And if I could, I'd like to have our board, our Full Circle board, stand up as I call you, and really I want to recognize the volunteer work that you do in order to really revitalize our alumni community. First is Julian Ryder, our chair of Full Circle. Thank you. Katie Sprague, our vice chair. How are you, Katie? Tom Cordner. Is Tom here tonight? Oh, he couldn't make it. What? Oh, okay. Tom's not here. Carla Figueroa, you are here. I know. I saw you. Sean Adams, Kevin Bethune, Mark Fenimore, there it is, Bruce Heavin, Dave Merrick, nope, no Dave, Matthew Ralston, and I know he's not here, but Jalen Salazar, Mike Warsaw, we'll hear from him in a minute, Lan Yu, where's Lan? There you are. And then Scott Yu. Scott Yu is also not able to be here tonight. By the way, Scott Yu's lighting is in this building. Pretty cool. So one thing that I really appreciate about Full Circle spending time on these awards is how they facilitate the nominations and the selections and the categories. And just so what I find very important about these awards is it really recognizes various stages and areas of focus of our alumni. So whether it's the Young Innovator Award to our distinguished mid-career, lifetime achievement, and of course, acknowledging the dedication and give back that our alumni do for the community and the world at large with our Outstanding Service Award. So those 4 awards are really significant for us and really mean a lot to ArtCenter. This is really important to have a full circle moment. We're going to have lots of full circle moments. And one of them is that we're going to be kicking this off with our ArtCenter Board of Trustee Chair, Mike Warsaw, in a minute. I'll have you in a minute here. And I want to talk a little bit about Mike. He is the Chief Designer or Chief Design Officer at Hayworth, and you might be familiar with that as an amazing furniture company. And Mike and I, and by the way, his responsibilities, besides being our board chair, he's responsible for the creative direction, design strategy, and innovation portfolio, as well as sustainability for the company. That's a lot, and you're doing a great job, Mike. The full circle piece is that Mike and I got to work together when we both were at Johnson Controls in the late 90s and early 2000s, working in the automotive industry. And here we are working together in this capacity. So that's just a really great moment for our community. And there's also a really other special piece to this full circle moment is Michael's daughter, Haley Warsaw, is here this evening, and sister Anna. And Haley graduated from graphic design in 2022. So it's a big family moment, and we're really excited. So Mike, I think this is the time I'll have you come up and join us at the podium.
Well, good evening, everyone. This is so great, and it's just awesome to see you. I was going to say my name is Mike Warsaw, but I guess you just heard my whole resume and everything. So it is really great to be here and great to be not just an alum, but have my daughter also as one. You know, being a part of the alumni is such an honor. In many ways, we are the lifeblood of the institution, the living legacy that upholds the brand and the purpose and the mission. We are ambassadors of the school with certain unwritten responsibilities and expectations. And all of you here tonight have upheld that responsibility and far exceeded those expectations. The alumni play a vital role in supporting each other. When you've gone through the battle that is the rigor of an ArtCenter education, you have a bond that runs deep with everyone else that's gone through it. So many opportunities have come from the bond of this alumni. We also play a vital role in supporting the institution and our students. Our financial and professional contributions support scholarships and programs that enrich the student experience. Look at the place that we're in tonight. It's amazing. At ArtCenter, we develop professionals that can go on to change the world. And tonight, we celebrate the latest ambassadors of that ArtCenter legacy. So, let's get the awards ceremony going. I'm truly honored to introduce our first presenter for the night. He's an artist who transcends typical genres with a body of work ranging from photography, print media, sculpture, narrative films, to sound and architectural interventions. He's a 1991 ArtCenter grad in fine arts and the prior recipient of the 2019 Lifetime Achievement Award. Boy, do I feel like a slacker. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Doug Aiken.
Well, it's hey, are you listening? It's deeply humbling being here, and I'm really honored to present my friend Bruce Heavin, who anyone that has met this creature, this fascinating, stimulating creature that walks around this planet, who has endless curiosity. If you know him, you adore him. If you haven't, when he walks out in the parking lot today, ambush him, shake his hand, and start a friendship, because Bruce is like no other. And I know I have this speech that I'm supposed to read, and it's a little bit dry. So Bruce is the 2021 Outstanding Service Award honoree. Congratulations for that. Your contribution to ArtCenter has been phenomenal. But I just want to, I know this is like a speed date, I've got to speak very quickly, but I want to go off script for a second and just talk about Bruce for a second, because this is someone I went to school with him at the same time. We never knew each other. We met each other years later, 2-3 years ago or something. And I remember meeting Bruce, and I was just watching his mind move. It was just this beautiful choreography of like ideas, insight, curiosity. And I was just saying to myself, like, this guy is so special. And he really looks at the world in a kind of macro view, systems, how things work, how things move, how things can be changed for the better. So anyways, with that, let's watch this amazing film of Bruce, and we'll take it from there. Yeah.
Giving to ArtCenter is the gift that keeps on giving. We are interdependent and interconnected people, and through those interconnections with others is why we want to help. It's why we help. Generosity is not just about money. You could be generous with your time. You could be generous with empathy and talking to other people. Giving is a circle. At one point you need, at another point you're able to give back.
Bruce Heavin and his wife, Linda Weinman, have been transformational donors at ArtCenter for nearly 2 decades. Heavin attended ArtCenter in illustration and has an extensive background in photography and motion graphics. As the Chief Creative Officer and co-founder of lynda.com, a premier online learning portal, Heavin's vision was integral to the company's success as a pioneering platform for virtual training. For Heavin, education is not only the act of imparting knowledge, but as importantly, it's about the exchange of ideas.
As I see education is really the way of interacting with your teachers and your peers and your environment. It's not just life in the institution, it's also all the things you pick up and learn on the periphery with your peers. Education, to me, is lifelong. Education is before you go to a college, it's during, and it's after.
In Heavin's view, failure is a key element in education. Heavin believes that a culture of generosity, positive values, and trust foster and nurture creativity. With those values in mind, Heavin looks at the world of work, education, and life holistically. For Heavin, it's all about the entire experience. Bruce Heavin is much more than a successful business owner. He's an illustrator, an artist, an educator, an innovator, a serious art collector, and a deeply committed philanthropist. Heavin supports the lynda.com Endowed and Annual Scholarship, as well as the Bruce Heavin and Linda Weinman Endowed Scholarship.
My first memory was reconnecting with the college, which was 2 decades after I graduated. we started giving a scholarship to a single illustration student. It started from there. You know, to put 65 students through ArtCenter, through scholarships I've helped endow, makes me feel really proud and really good.
Heavin, leading among a group of others, has made a foundational gift to ArtCenter of Pasadena's former USPS facility, now ArtCenter's 870 Fine Art Building. A leadership gift which has also inspired charitable foundations and other individuals to support the college. In an effort to promote deeper connections between alumni and the college, Heavin conceived of and funded a college reunion, which took place in 2018 on both ArtCenter's Hillside and South campuses. Over 500 alumni participated in a weekend filled with tours, panels, receptions, activities, and honors. Heavin has endowed the Bruce Heavin and Linda Weinman Alumni Center, a dedicated lounge and conference room for the college's alumni network of more than 24,000 artists and designers. A highlight of the Alumni Center is a wall-sized interactive digital gallery display featuring decades of outstanding alumni works. Heavin has also gifted ArtCenter with the Bruce Heavin Media Production Studio. The studio is a state-of-the-art film stage incorporating the latest audiovisual technology, sound isolation rooms, editing bays, and a viewing lounge. The studio provides the college with the vital production resources needed to develop virtual education programming. In June of 2014, Heavin was elected to the ArtCenter Board of Trustees and has served among the founding members of Full Circle, the college's giving society. As a distinguished alumnus, Heavin, joined by his wife Linda Weinman, has been an outspoken and generous donor, as well as an inspiring proponent of philanthropy throughout the ArtCenter community. Heavin and Weinman's combined commitment to education and improving the lives of others is driven by their passion to create a better world. Their unparalleled gifts to ArtCenter are significant. Heavin and Weinman continue to help ArtCenter and its community look to the future with energy and innovation. We are deeply grateful for the ongoing support of alum Bruce Heavin, whose philanthropy is a literal proof of ArtCenter's very reason for being. Learn to create. Influence change. Bruce Heavin, the Outstanding Service Award 2021.
First, I want to know who that guy is. But actually, I want to talk about empathy a little bit. And it's easier to have empathy when you relate the hardship and pain you see in others that you once went through yourself. And I took a 5-year path through ArtCenter starting in 1987. And I keep forgetting. I either graduated 92 or 93, but one of the two. But I started in 87. So as an illustration major with honors, I was first rejected by admissions, and I spent a year and a half to get in. I was not up to par. I took the ArtCenter at night classes, and I was admitted, and after my first term, I burned through all my savings, and my parents reached in to help me out. And that lasted until my parents went bankrupt during my 4th term. And I had to leave the college. I could not afford. And I snuck back onto campus and learned the draw. And I was still devoted, and I think that's a good thing. When you're put through adversity and you still want to do it, I think it helps you make your mind up of where you should go. It doesn't answer where you end up. But I was also food insecure. I couldn't afford my meals. I'd join friends at Mexican restaurants and eat chips. I had tons of ramen noodles. But I took time off and I came back and I was able to finish. And I was able to save up from jobs I took. And I started getting some scholarships, not many, a little scholarship money, like little $150 awards, and a little support from my parents again and some loans, and I was able to cobble up together a way to go back. My final term, I had a full scholarship. Now, I was determined to graduate, I was hungry to learn, and I really desired to be an illustrator. I thought that was my life. But during my first 3 years as a freelance illustrator, the magazine industry was crumbling. Publishing was crumbling. And I had to look for new ways to adapt to survive. Later, Linda and I had a very successful career for 20 years together, creating lynda.com online learning. And we taught at our peak 5.25 million people concurrently subscribed, and we were eventually purchased by LinkedIn. Linda and I gave to our colleges in proportion to what we could when we could. So it wasn't always a lot. And if you're not going to give then, you're never going to give. So we gave then, and we did a lot better when we could afford to give a lot better. And today, I endow the Food Insecurity Program. I endow multiple scholarships for students. The recording studios, I donated a van to the transportation department, which somehow they want to call it the Heavin. Yeah, there's that. I donated the very first ArtCenter reunion in 2018. I have sponsored their ArtCenter Car Classic, which I think we undergone a name change, and a few other things. But as ongoing efforts, I've learned new ways of giving. We give through a CRAT, a charitable remainder trust, a donor-advised fund, and I think the world needs ArtCenter to thrive and benefit from its alum to help define culture, art, and products and the designs of tomorrow. So today, I ask that you all think about what it is appropriate to give at a level to further those who will further the arts and their personal dreams with what little amount to do. Oh, I can't even read my own writing. What little amount you have is a major help to others. So thank you very much. This is meaningful, but I think it's more meaningful to what this does for others than what it did for me. Thank you.
Bruce, we are so fortunate to have you in our community. And thank you, Doug. It was beautiful. So I am really excited about introducing this next presenter because he's my former student, Spencer Nkosi. If you don't know Spencer, he's an accomplished industrial designer, an athlete. I think tennis is your big game right now, okay? An amazing musician as well. He has a passion for high-quality performance products, and it's evident if you've ever seen his products in his brand Kill Spencer, which he happened to launch at his grad show. So Spencer, we've seen you, as a budding entrepreneur into somebody who has a thriving business today. We're so proud of you. Just 5 years after graduating in 2008, Spencer received the 2013 Young Innovator Award. And he is going to come up here to introduce our 2021 Young Innovator Award. So come on up, Spencer.
Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Spencer Nkosi, and I graduated here in 2008 in industrial design. And tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing someone truly special, the 2021 Young Innovator Award winner, Mariana Prieto. An alum who perfectly embodies innovation and creativity. Her work isn't just about design, it's about solving real-world problems, but with a different approach. Some whimsical, and some stinky. I met Mariana at ArtCenter, and she was a force of good energy, determination, and lofty goals. I was convinced she was a badass when I heard she was bringing TEDx to ArtCenter and pulled it off seamlessly. And at that time, that was a huge feat, simply amazing. Nobody talks about how hard it is to do something different and make a change. For those select few who make it look easy, I tip my hat to you, because I can tell you from personal experience that nothing great comes without hard-ass work. Nobody talks about burning the midnight oil, crumpling up all the ideas that don't make the cut, and all the times you put in work and you really don't know if you're gonna solve the problem at hand. There's this thing that you have in your heart that pushes you beyond your limits. This thing Mariana has. It's a combination of faith and grit, sprinkled with that secret sauce. While in school, she invented a human-powered washer and dryer, and in the process, made it accessible to people in need, and in the process, made laundry more engaging for men. And she killed it. Her project makes me want to do laundry because it's fun, social, and a good workout. That's truly next level. Mariana's life's work reminds us how interconnected we all are. ArtCenter gave Mariana the foundation to pursue her dreams, and she's turned that into a reality, showing us what it means to be an ArtCenter graduate, making the impossible possible. Let's take a look at her video.
Can a problem be its own solution? Can you design something you can't see or touch? Can wildlife appreciate design? Can nail polish change someone's life? Mariana Prieto is the founder of Design for Wildlife, a collective that works towards sustainable solutions for human-wildlife-related challenges. Prieto recognizes the interconnectedness and interdependence of all life on Earth. Whether they are coyotes with angelinos, elephants with farmers, or saltwater crocodiles with ranchers, humans and wild animals are always bound to intersect. Prieto believes that human behavior can be changed through design, and that by designing for people, design can support animals. ArtCenter and its Design Matters program were foundational in supporting Prieto's search for a career in social impact design. ArtCenter led Prieto to a new world of innovation and helped her form a strong work ethic, giving her the strength and strategy to achieve her goals. For those outside the world of design, design itself is an often misunderstood concept. One reason is that the world of design includes so many people and things. Someone who makes clothes or objects or logos or creates interior design. Prieto's practice incorporates much more than design. She's a social scientist, a strategist, an inventor, an educator, an adventurer, a humanitarian, and above all, a romantic. For Prieto, design is problem solving. And the best way to do that is by understanding people's behaviors and needs. The first process, research. Prieto has come to believe in discovery and what she calls happy accidents. She understands that whatever structured research she begins will ultimately reveal other hidden and possibly more important issues. Prieto's first project of note, called Giradora, happened while she was still at ArtCenter. There, she was part of a team tasked with the development and prototyping of a washer-dryer that could work without modern utilities. Giradora's design solution was deceptively simple. A kind of barrel with an inner chamber and a foot pedal to make it spin. The unexpected discovery? Giradora changed the social fabric of the community it served in an interesting way. Laundry had traditionally been the province of the women, and now, because the laundry process involved pedal power, the men became interested. The men could sit and talk with friends and also burn off some energy. After graduation, Prieto joined the International Rescue Committee's Innovation Center, AirBell, as a full-time design and innovation lead. Prieto was one of the creators of Divine Divas, a full-service teen-only clinic designed to prevent unplanned pregnancies in Zambia. Nail polish, teen magazines, fun classes, and the colorful design of the clinic itself made the Divas Centers places teens wanted to visit and return to. An organic solution to the problem of elephant crop raiding in East Africa, designed for wildlife's smelly elephant repellent, is easy to implement and keeps elephants away from crops without putting human lives in danger. As a founding member of the International Rescue Committee's Airbell Center, Mariana Prieto laid the groundwork for the IRC's innovation program. As the founder of Collective Design for Wildlife, Prieto has worked to create economically sustainable solutions for human-wildlife-related challenges. As Global Design Fellow for IDEO.org, Prieto developed numerous social impact projects across East Africa and Asia. Prieto would like her company, Design for Wildlife, to fail in this sense, that if she can produce a significant body of compelling case studies, she can then educate both the international aid agencies and the design community to the possibilities and responsibilities of positive change through design. The primary reason Prieto chose to attend ArtCenter is clearly reflected in the motto of the college: learn to create, influence change. Mariana Prieto, the Young Innovator Award, 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Mariana, the 2021 Young Innovator Award honoree.
Wow, thank you so much. Building on this, I do want to add that I have closed Design for Wildlife. And I closed it because it was successful, because we now, thank you. We now have the case studies we were looking for, and I'm now the Director of Innovation at Conservation International, which is a big conservation organization, and we're committed to bringing design to conservation at large. This award is really special, especially today, which is World Oceans Day, which I'm sure you all knew. And it's incredibly special for me to receive this award from an institution that I have admired for many years before I ever started here. Bruce, I was also not accepted to ArtCenter, first time I applied. And when I first joined ArtCenter, I was this kind of unfiltered, fluttering ball of energy, of creativity, and I didn't really know what to do with that creativity. I knew that it was something I wanted to do, but I had no idea where to put it. And what ArtCenter really taught me was how to take that energy, and it really crafted me into an intentional and purposeful designer, something I could have never done outside of these walls. Something else that ArtCenter really taught me was that you can take that intention and that purpose, and you can apply it for global development, for this global change that our world really needs. I mean, we are constantly inundated with destruction, with harm, with cruelty, but what's really important to remember is that there's also a lot of amazing technological development. There's amazing social development. There's a lot of people out there that want to really make the world a better place. And often people ask me, how can you work every day with such hard topics? We really work on topics that can be pretty devastating. But if you can train yourself to look for progress, you can train yourself to see the optimism, you can train yourself to see how far we've come, you can really be a part of it because it's exciting. How many of you remember the ozone layer, specifically the hole in the ozone layer? Okay, when was the last time you heard about the hole in the ozone layer? Actually, I'll tell you. It was 1999. And the reason I know that is because in the year 2000, the hole started to get smaller. Today, that hole is scheduled to heal by 2050. But it's not something you hear because we forget to share progress with one another. And it's really important that we do recognize the past, and I really take this award as a wonderful recognition of the past. But it is really, for me, a motivation as a recognition of our progress and a motivation for the future and everything that we can accomplish together. It's a moment to remember that we can actually make a difference, and that design has a huge part in that. And that's why this is so special to me today. Thank you for that recognition so that we can all fight to move forward. And lastly, I do want to say that out of this chance and love luck, I have my family here from Colombia. I have 5 of my family members. And I would not be here without you. They are my inspiration. They made me who I am. And they have relentless patience for dealing with me every day and supporting my career and everything that I've been fighting to do. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you, Karen.
Oh, be still my heart. Mariana, you're just getting started. Wow. It's my distinct privilege to introduce the 2021 Distinguished Mid-Career Award honoree. This Distinguished Mid-Career Award recognizes an increasing level of influence in professional and creative fields. Yves Béhar is a design entrepreneur who believes that product, digital, and brand design are cornerstones of any business. In 1999, he founded Fuse Project, the San Francisco and New York-based design and branding firm. His product and brand collaboration include renowned partners such as Herman Miller, GE, Puma, PayPal, SodaStream, Samsung, Issey Miyake, Prada, and many others that have received international acclaim. His works are included in the permanent collections of museums worldwide, and he's a frequent speaker on design and sustainability. And I believe he is the only award recipient tonight that actually was at ArtCenter Europe that we had from the mid-'80s to mid-'90s. And another full circle moment, Yves Béhar's niece is going to be starting here in the fall in product design. So we had a very fortunate time. Yves a pretty busy guy. We had a chance to get to see him about a month or so ago in San Francisco, and he is really excited about engaging with the college. And to your point, Bruce, I think Yves is really eager to start to give back, like many others. So hopefully we'll see him more on campus. Unfortunately, he could not be here tonight because he's in Lisbon, Portugal, presenting this amazing cork-shaped pillar tower as a project, and the revealing was today. So he had to be in Portugal. I said, come on, Yves, you're choosing Portugal over ArtCenter? But he did send a letter that I'll read to you all from Yves. ArtCenter community, I'm deeply honored to be awarded the Mid-Career Award tonight, and also sad to miss this day. I am currently in Lisbon for an opening of our work, and somehow my AI body double is at Robot Garage. So sadly, I could only be in one place at a time. My time at ArtCenter as a student was extraordinary time for me, both creatively stimulating and challenging, as the legendary ArtCenter workload is something no one can get used to. But that workload was good training for my career as a designer, as I collected the all-nighters in my 20s and 30s when I was working for Lunar Design, Frog Design, and my own studio, Fuse Project. Building a team of incredibly well-rounded and hardworking designers who have worked with me for 25 years has taught me the importance of great design schools, attentive teachers, and a student body that inspires each other. And ArtCenter has all of that and more. Thank you for continuing the ArtCenter tradition of design education and high standards that design disciplines demands. It was a life-changing school for me and will continue to be a life-changing for future students. Long live design and ArtCenter. Yves. So I think now we'll show his video.
Can a luxury product be made from garbage? Can a mirror talk? Can a beautiful home come out of a box? Can superhero suits give ordinary people superpowers? One of the world's most widely recognized industrial designers, Yves Béhar is the founder and CEO of design studio Fuse Project. Béhar's diverse practice focuses mainly on the areas of lifestyle, sports, fashion, and technology. Born in Lausanne, Béhar began his design education in Switzerland at ArtCenter's European campus before transferring to the college in Pasadena. He later settled in San Francisco. Béhar has said that moving to the United States from Switzerland was a transformational experience. He came to ArtCenter as a place to acquire knowledge, learn the history of his discipline, to learn discipline itself. Much more than that, ArtCenter gave Béhar a safe place to experiment, to experience, to imagine. In Béhar's view, the most urgent challenge facing the world today is man-made climate change and the inequalities it creates. Waste reduction and sustainability are Béhar's guiding principles. Béhar's greatest passion is using design to enrich the lives of those who have the least, those who some in the business world may consider to be unreachable. Béhar is far more than an industrial or product designer. He's an entrepreneur, a storyteller, an educator, a visionary, and a humanitarian. One of Béhar's early design projects was the Jawbone Bluetooth speaker, which had elements that could be personalized, integrating technology into the user's everyday life. Béhar's Leaf Light for Herman Miller was among the first to bring energy-saving LED technology into high design. His sail chair, also for Herman Miller, was inspired by suspension bridges, structures that deliver the most functionality using the least material. Transformed from plastics collected in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, Béhar's ocean cleanup sunglasses fully integrate recycled marine debris into a new luxury product that is itself recyclable. Béhar partnered with housing nonprofit New Story to create concept designs for a community of affordable 3D printed houses for a Mexican farming town, adaptable to day-to-day needs. Form Life, a wall-mounted full-length mirror, transforms into an all-in-one wellness portal. A revolutionary AI robotic companion, Moxie, helps children build social, emotional, and cognitive skills through play-based learning. Béhar's Seismic Power Suit incorporates innovative wearable technology to naturally complement the user's strength in getting up, sitting down, or staying upright. The smartest bassinet ever, Happiest Baby Snoo, incorporates robotic response, allowing it to sense the baby's needs. An aid to meditation, the Opus sound bed offers an immersive sound journey with coordinated body vibrations to support emotional health and alleviate physical tension. Béhar has always seen design as a force for positive social and environmental change. His humanitarian works include the One Laptop Per Child program, which enabled millions of children in low-income countries all over the world access to computers. And the See Better to Learn Better project, which has distributed 6 million free corrective eyeglasses to school children in Mexico. For Béhar, every project shares the same ultimate goal: to make the world a better place. He doesn't just design objects, he designs ideas. For decades, the designer has blended Swiss design aesthetics and elegant formality with California technology and cool, very much in line with the identity of ArtCenter. Béhar's projects and products are deeply meaningful and visually exciting. He's able to consistently see beyond the horizon and imagine what's next. Self-assured and joyful, Béhar continues his mission to build a brighter future. We recognize the extraordinary contributions of ArtCenter alum Yves Béhar, whose work is a testament to ArtCenter's statement of purpose: learn to create, influence change. Yves Béhar, the Distinguished Midcareer Award, 2021.
So, these videos we've been watching this evening, you've heard an amazing, captivating voice narrating these videos, and that is the voice of our Matthew Ralston. And yes, beautiful. And he is going to be our next presenter in just a minute here. I do want to let you know a little bit about Matthew before he comes up to the podium here. Matthew is a celebrated American photographer, director, creative director known for his influential work in the realms of fashion, beauty, and celebratory portraiture. After graduating from ArtCenter, he gained prominence in the late 1970s when he was discovered by Andy Warhol and featured in the Interview magazine. Over the years, his distinctive style and artistic vision have made significant contributions to leading publications and advertising campaigns, establishing him as a major figure in contemporary visual culture. A devoted member of Full Circle Board and an amazing teacher, ArtCenter faculty, he is also the producer, director, and narrator of these incredible 2021 Alumni Awards Spotlight videos. So Matthew, I'm really excited for you to come to the podium to introduce our 2021 Distinguished Lifetime Award.
Thank you, Karen. Hi, everyone. I'm Matthew. It's great to be here tonight. For those of you who are not familiar with my practice, I'm an artist that works primarily in photography and video, and I was fortunate enough to study illustration, photography, and film here at ArtCenter. For the past 9 years, I've taught a class that I wrote. It's about communication techniques surrounding the worlds of fashion, beauty, and luxury. I call it The Power of Pleasure, and I designed it to be an experiment in cross-disciplinary studies. We've had students in the class from film, photo and imaging, creative direction, occasionally transportation, product design, even fine art. Seems today everyone needs to explore communication technique. In a way, that's what we all do, communicate ideas. It's my great honor to have been asked to present ArtCenter's 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award to the renowned artist and master photographer, Hiroshi Sugimoto. ArtCenter's Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes a lifetime of significant professional and creative achievement in art and design. It's our way of recognizing the very best of the best. And it's not just about professional and creative achievement, it's about elevating the culture, inspiring others, and giving back to the creative community. Mr. Hiroshi Sugimoto magnificently embodies those values and so much more. A multidisciplinary artist, Hiroshi Sugimoto works in diverse mediums, including photography, sculpture, installation art, and architecture. Sugimoto's art bridges Eastern and Western ideologies and examines the nature of time, perception, the origins of consciousness, even light itself. Sugimoto's works have been exhibited around the world and are in numerous public collections, including the Guggenheim, the Met, and the Museum of Modern Art in New York, the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., the National Gallery and the Tate Gallery in London, the National Museum of Modern Art and the Museum of Contemporary Art in Tokyo. The list goes on and on and on. And now, overlooking the shores of Sagami Bay in eastern Japan, Sugimoto has recently designed and built his own personal museum space. I'm here tonight as a member of the board of ArtCenter's Full Circle, which is, as you well know, our alumni association. That name, Full Circle, so appropriate. What does the phrase full circle even mean? To me, a circle symbolizes continuation and flow. It also represents unity, commitment, and community. ArtCenter is where I was fortunate enough to begin, and I'm still here. And in many ways, our honoree, Mr. Sugimoto, also got his start at ArtCenter, and he's with us in spirit once again this evening. Since the day I joined Full Circle, some years ago now, I have been on a personal mission to see Mr. Sugimoto receive ArtCenter's Lifetime Achievement Award. And here we are, another Full Circle moment, and it feels just wonderful. Sugimoto's evolution as an artist has taken him through a variety of mediums and practices. In terms of Art Center grads, he's certainly not alone. Doug Aitken is here tonight, as we've seen. Hi, Doug. Doug's Art Center journey has led him from the study of illustration to an extensive fine art multimedia practice. These Art Center makers and many others offer us important insights into the cross-disciplinary nature of Art Center's approach to learning, which I believe is one of the things that makes our college so unique. You're about to see a 5-minute film about Mr. Sugimoto's work. It was created with a great deal of love and respect by a team of Art Center alumni led by myself. This piece couldn't be more full circle in the sense that it was created about alumni, by alumni, for alumni, and of course, the greater world beyond. Let's take a look. Is there such a thing as objective truth in a photograph? Can a depiction of nothing be a valid work of art? Do photographic images need to be in focus? Is the future actually the past? Hiroshi Sugimoto is an internationally renowned artist, photographer, and architect whose esoteric practice has explored and redefined human concepts of perception, space, time, and light. In so doing, Sugimoto has altered our understanding of history and the nature of existence itself. Sugimoto was born in Tokyo in 1948 and moved to the United States in 1970 to study photography at ArtCenter. At ArtCenter, Sugimoto acquired and polished the fine photographic skills that have become a hallmark. He places extraordinary value on artistry and expression, printing his photographs with meticulous attention to detail. A key to photographic practice is the nature of time. Central to Sugimoto's work is the idea that photography is a time machine, a method of preserving and presenting memory. A prime example, in 1978, Sugimoto began his Theaters series. Sugimoto's haunting depictions of American movie palaces served as powerful visual metaphors for places of everyday ritual, illusion, and illumination. The images were exposed by the light of the theater's projector for the full duration of an entire feature-length film, a conceptual choice. Numerous exhibitions and monographs have been devoted to Sugimoto's various groundbreaking series of images. The dioramas of 1976 were the first works to bring Sugimoto international acclaim. He photographed diorama displays in natural history museums so that they appeared to be documentary photographs of nature. Sugimoto was using photography to question the assumption that the camera never lies. Closer examination revealed a different truth. In 1980, Sugimoto began an ongoing series photographing the sea and its horizon. Although made in locations all over the world, the black and white seascapes are all exactly the same size and composition, divided exactly in half by the horizon line. The wildness and power of nature abstracted and reduced to pure geometry. Sugimoto's architecture series intentionally blurred images of well-known examples of modern architecture, no less precise than a perfectly focused image, conveyed an emotional content never before seen in depictions of modernism. In the Lightning Fields series, Sugimoto abandoned the use of the camera entirely, instead choosing to produce images using an electrical generator to apply a charge directly to the film surface. Sugimoto's polarized color went far beyond the boundaries of conventional photography. Created through an elaborate system of mirrors and prisms that captured sunlight, using that light as pigment, Sugimoto was able to create an entirely new kind of painting. His polarized color series was a poetic attempt to materialize that which is immaterial. In 2009, Sugimoto established the Otawara Art Foundation to foster the advancement of traditional and modern Japanese culture. With New Material Research Laboratory, Sugimoto's architectural firm, the aim is to develop new materials for construction based upon ancient Japanese materials and techniques, all in the context of a distinctly contemporary design sensibility. Sugimoto's creative output is driven by goals outside of himself. His works consistently question conventional meaning and attract through visual delight. Sugimoto has been able to anticipate and envision the future, to discover what's yet to come. Confident and fearless, he leads with curiosity and empathy. How fortunate we are to honor ArtCenter alum Hiroshi Sugimoto, whose work is a testament to ArtCenter's mantra: learn to create, influence change. Hiroshi Sugimoto, the Lifetime Achievement Award, 2021. It is my honor to accept ArtCenter's Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of Mr. Sugimoto. Sadly, he could not be with us here this evening. Mr. Sugimoto has, however, shared his thoughts. Please allow me to read them. I would like to thank the ArtCenter for recognizing me with this Lifetime Achievement Award. I began studying photography at the ArtCenter in 1970. More than half a century has passed, and my memory is fading. But I still remember how Los Angeles shined back then. Everything was new. The McDonald's was new, and the Denny's was new. It seemed like the only building in West Hollywood that was old was the ArtCenter, lodged in a charming English Tudor-style house. This is before the school relocated to Pasadena. You must be born an artist, but to be an artist, you must be trained as a craftsperson. It is at the ArtCenter that I honed my photographic craft, which became the hallmark of my artistic practice. Charlie Potts, the chair of the photography department, was impressed by my entry portfolio, and I was set on an accelerated path and graduated in 2 years. Sorry. At my final review, he assured me that I had what it took to be a professional photographer. Convinced, I moved to New York City. Around that time, I encountered the contemporary art scene and artists like Donald Judd and Dan Flavin. Seeing their artworks made me think that perhaps I too can be a contemporary artist, using photography as my medium. In the 1970s, photography was considered a second-class citizen in the art world. So I decided to work with the conceptual strategies of contemporary art while using the highest quality traditional black and white photographic techniques with the hopes of elevating photography to the level of high art. I think I may have succeeded. Thanks to the ArtCenter for providing me with the foundation that brought me to where I am today. Hiroshi Sugimoto.
Okay, everybody, we are going to enter into the year 2022. We're going to start with our next presenter is Kevin Bethune. And after having received the 2018 Young Innovator Award, it is only fitting that our next alumni presenter, Kevin, introduce our 2021 Young Innovator Award recipient. Kevin is someone with a distinguished design and innovation leadership with a multifaceted career spanning engineering, business, and industrial design. I call him the triple threat. He is a member of our ArtCenter Board of Trustees, Full Circle Board, and the founder of and Chief Creative Officer of Dreams, Design, and Life, a think tank specializing in human-centered design solutions. His expertise and innovative approach have earned him accolades, including his best-selling book, which is an incredible book, by the way, Reimagining Design, Unlocking Strategic Innovation. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Kevin Bethune.
Thank you very much, Karen, and lovely to see all these beautiful faces tonight. Again, my name is Kevin Bethune, a graduate industrial design alum and current member of the Board of Trustees. Thank you. I am excited to introduce the 2022 Young Innovator Award honoree. The Young Innovator Award recognizes notable professional or creative innovation by a recent alumnus who has graduated within the past 10 years. ArtCenter and Great Idea unlocked many new muscles for me to be able to see the world differently, to unpack what's going on, and recognize where we can make meaningful interventions. In those pursuits, you quickly realize the world is the way it is by design, for better or for worse. And who's at the table informing the next evolution of spaces absolutely matters. We can't afford to operate within a narrow pedagogy any further. We need to open our aperture and appreciate the many ways of knowing that are reflective of the beautiful tapestry that is our diverse global society. Our honoree for this award embodies this notion to the highest level. It's one thing to land exclusive roles at great places like IBM, Netflix, and now XQ Institute, where he's reimagining the future of education right now, but to challenge how things are done and leaving those jobs better than when he found it, that is the calling that Azeez Alli-Balogun is answering. And he's doing so by driving convictions that speak to inclusive design practices, connecting global and local cultural traditions, or even questioning the underpinnings of AI to ensure it's operating on equitable guiding principles. Azeez Alli-Balogun is raising the bar for what it means to create and influence change. As demanding as these roles are for any young innovator, that wasn't enough for him. In parallel with his day-to-day activities, he found additional energy to build communities and conversations centered on celebrating the plurality of customs, ideologies, nuances, and beliefs as reflected in Design to Divest and Critical Discourse in Design. Just a couple of examples of Azeez's influence and leadership. As his friend, Azeez has made me incredibly proud just watching him over the years, whether it was seeing him at conferences like that were run by the Design Management Institute, and just exuding a credible confidence, an extremely deep, humble curiosity, really leaning into those opportunities, and just having the utmost conviction to serve and care for others, the collective us, inclusive of the planet. So please join me in watching this video that brings to life the amazing person that is Azeez. And Azeez, congratulations on winning this award.
When we talk about changing the world, when we talk about actually creating a space for liberation for more and more people, people need to find ways in terms of how that actually can look for them. And it could be as simple as like branding that represents a new way of thinking about aesthetics. And it could be creating tools and toolkits. I grew up in a Nigerian household, and Louisiana in itself is kind of a unique place within America as well. The fact that I was in between so many different cultures, I started to see the plurality of the way that humans can exist in the world. I had no idea that industrial design was a thing, and when I heard about that field, that's when I started to look into what it would be like to design medical devices. And that's what really brought me to ArtCenter and to translate a lot of those ideas or those concepts into physical and tangible elements that people engaged with. While I was at IBM, I was working on a lot of automation and AI tools and AI products. I started to really see like this new frontier of technology and how the lens of humanity can easily be lost in the development of it. And that's where I started to develop some of these ideas that are represented in Design to Divest. Design to Divest started after the killing of George Floyd. People were upset about how the institutions that they gave so much power to and they gave so much trust to were not acting in their best interest. When it comes to oppression, it needs physical spaces, it needs physical objects to facilitate it. Anything that you design is going to impact society in one way or another. how do we start to include different cultural perspectives and ideologies into the making of our lived experience? While I was at Netflix, I worked on the globalization team, and we were looking to bring Netflix to more and more cultures, doing the localization as well as the globalization work, so the dubbing and the subtitling. And in that, it was just really understanding how can we translate different cultural nuances to where that other people had access to it, accounting for the nuance of the cultural dynamics of the language that's actually being utilized. When we think about XQ, we're trying to reimagine high school education. It hasn't been innovated on in hundreds of years. You know, we have electric cars now, but we still go into a classroom and it looks the exact same way that it has 100 years ago. It hasn't kept up with the pace of change, of innovation now. It doesn't account for the different learning types, also the different cultural perspectives that come into the classroom. And to scale that impact, that's where I was brought in as help to start to build the products and the tools that help more and more teachers access the type of learning and redesign and frameworks that we've been developing to help create richer and more engaging learning experiences for students. A lot of things that I learned in Grad ID were about how do you start to take large strategic ideas and then create an experience around them that then people can start to be inspired by, but actually understand what is possible. At ArtCenter, the projects that I did to constantly learn, iterate, and take in feedback and improve that. It's the same way that I'm approaching all of the work that I'm doing. I think I have always wanted to
Azeez,
do work that was
please
going
do
to
us
be
a favor, come up
impactful
and
to
accept the
people
award.
in a meaningful way.
This is the first time I saw that video. So, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Kevin. And thank you, Rahat, for that video. It was really amazing. I'm truly honored and humbled to receive this award from ArtCenter. I didn't even know I was going to get into ArtCenter when I applied. And so I'm very glad that I did, because I learned so much. And this recognition isn't just a personal achievement, it's a testament to the incredible power of creativity and imagination, and especially during some of the challenging times that we're facing now. We all share a unique journey, and what's truly remarkable is how we can shape our paths through design. And that design is more than just making things, it's an act of hope and resilience. It's how we dream and build a world that aligns with our deepest values and hopes. And I'm immensely grateful to ArtCenter for helping me to tap into this power and teaching me to use it with purpose and passion. We're living in a very pivotal moment in history where many of us feel disillusioned by some of the institutions that haven't lived up to the promises of justice and compassion that we hoped that they would. Yet in the midst of this disillusionment, design can shine really a beacon of hope. Design can offer us the tools to create real change in our communities. Our collective imagination lets us challenge the status quo and come up with solutions that are not only sustainable, but also empathetic, inclusive, and rooted in care. And ArtCenter serves as a proving ground for this, for students to really learn how to apply this, helping students to understand that design isn't just about how things look or work. It's about empathy, responsibility, and impact. It's about seeing the world in all of its complexity and daring to imagine what could be, nurturing imagination that helps preserve our culture and carry forward stories and traditions and pass them on to future generations. And through this creativity, we can honor the heritage and celebrate the diversity and build bridges of understanding and respect. So standing here today, I'm filled with profound sense of purpose and hope. And I'm committed to using the skills that I developed at ArtCenter to address some of the urgent challenges that we face and working towards a more just and equitable world. So thank you all once again for this incredible honor, and hopefully we can all continue to imagine and our futures and make a lasting impact in the world, guided with courage and care. Thank you.
Okay. Next up, our next presenter is Julian Ryder, who's a former faculty and chair of advertising here at ArtCenter, and of course, our amazing chair of the Full Circle Board. As a distinguished alumnus, he has a remarkable career that spans multiple decades in the creative industry. He has served as a creative director for major advertising agencies, including and serving as the Chief Creative Officer of the Right Brain Project, a firm dedicating to fostering creativity in his business. And hot off the press, just saw, I follow you on Instagram, launching this fall his new book, Thriving on Creativity, A Leader's Guide to Building a Creative Future. This book is designed to help leaders and their organizations live up to their creative potential. Thank you so much, Julian, for giving all that you give to our college. Please come and join me at the podium.
Not to be left out, I was rejected from ArtCenter also. So it's my honor to introduce the 2022 Distinguished Mid-Career Award honoree. So the Distinguished Mid-Career Award recognizes individuals who've shown remarkable growth and influence in their professional and creative endeavors. This year's honoree epitomizes these qualities. This year's nominee will blow your mind in these qualities. Dee Liu is the co-founder and inspirational leader of Xiaomi, a technology giant that employs over 50,000 people in China. His impact extends beyond Xiaomi. Dee is a revered figure and a role model to the ArtCenter community, particularly among Chinese alums. Thanks to Dee's unwavering support and dedication to fostering new talent, many have been mentored by him and had the privilege of working at Xiaomi. Dee has been a key presenter at the ArtCenter Create Change forums in China. These TED conference-like productions have developed positive relationships with the ArtCenter brand by introducing the stories of successful ArtCenter alumni and other top creatives and demonstrating the importance of design to the leadership of hundreds of companies in China. Dee has also played a pivotal role in fostering relationships between several companies and ArtCenter, with many becoming sponsors of projects here. His influence extends deeply within the ArtCenter community in China, where students often find opportunities within companies in which Xiaomi has invested. What I don't have time to tell you about Dee is that he's an internationally recognized expert in traditional and contemporary Chinese art and sculpture. And beyond his contributions to design, Dee has created an innovative business model that has invested in over 250 startup companies across more than 200 product categories. These include smart home technology, wearable devices, and personal and household consumer products, positioning Xiaomi as the third largest smartphone company in the world. Under Dee's leadership, Xiaomi's products have won over 500 domestic and international design awards, including the IF Gold Award, Red Dot Design Award, IDEA Gold Award, and Good Design Award. With that, let's take a look at his video.
因为我小的时候喜欢画画、做风筝或者刻图章。每次你做之前，你肯定要想你到底怎么做，怎么去实现它。我觉得这应该就是最早期我尝试着用设计视角来看问题，来解决问题。其实，在接触设计之前，我一直想当一个画家，当一个艺术家的。我其实总想走出去看看世界是什么样的，真正的设计是什么样的。一个偶然的机会，我在大学里得到了一本介绍册，就是介绍ArtCenter的这样的画册。我当时看这个画册，我想我要到这个地方去。若干年后，当我真正来到ArtCenter的时候，我发现我选对了，这是个对的决定。简单说就是家长把孩子的绘画上传到网站，我们帮忙他做成 plush toy。当孩子收到这个作品的时候，往往他会很超预期。我觉得这里边有两个最重要的部分，第一个就是说产品本身一定要超乎用户的预期，第二个是呢，在这个产品的设计过程中，用户有参与。我觉得这两个事情也是我们后来创建小米的时候两个非常重要的原则。我是一个传统设计师的角色参与到互联网创业的。其实不同企业发展的不同阶段，我觉得我们的角色也在变化。在这个过程中，我觉得尤其是ArtCenter我们学到的如何战略的思考、解决问题和如何去寻找合适的商业模式，这些都帮忙我们在公司的各个阶段有助于我们去处理我们所面临的一些新问题。当我们的手机已经取得巨大的成功以后，我们在想下一步我们做什么。这个时候呢，我们在ArtCenter学到的这种战略设计在国家 ID 学到的战略设计，其实给了我们巨大的帮助因为它鼓励我们用 big picture 来看问题。早期第一步我们的目标是做人人买得起的手机。很幸运，我们今天成为了全球第3大的手机公司。随着公司规模的扩大呢，小米的使命也在变化。我们把 IoT 技术呢应用到传统的产品里去，我们给传统产品更新的体验。在这个过程中，我们也建构了一套全新的生态系统。其实我们有200多个品类的产品，它们呢都可以互联互通，它们都可以通过手机来控制，给人以全新的体验。当我们所有的产品的开发过程，我们欢迎用户的参与，他提意见，听用户的声音，与用户交朋友。我觉得我们在R3学到的就是要保持这样的敏感度。当这样的机会来的时候，第一，你捕捉得到它，并且你针对它来量身打造一套合适的商业模式去捕捉它，并且我们提出说，我们要把我们的精力投入到那些为人类文明进步有推动力的领域去。
Unfortunately, are we on? Unfortunately, Dee could not be with us tonight, and accepting on his behalf will be Lan Yu. Lan, will you please join me up here?
Thank you. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of Great ID alumnus, also my brother-in-law, Dee Liu, who can now join us today. First, I would like to thank ArtCenter, Full Circle, Alumni Office, Grad ID, and the marketing team, President Karen Heavin. Special thanks to Keiko, who always helped us to stay connected with ArtCenter no matter wherever we are. And of course, big thanks to Grad ID, ArtCenter grads who has worked with me at our company. This award is the most significant recognition I have received in my life. I'm truly grateful. My heartfelt thanks go to Andy Ogden from Grad ID. He has profoundly influenced me at ArtCenter, along with Catherine Bennett, Richard Keys, Christina Castella, Stephen Montgomery, and Jeff Waldo. Andy, in particular, taught me the invaluable relationship between design and business, laying the foundation for my success. I also want to express my deepest gratitude to my beloved wife, Xuan Yu. She has been my consistent companion on this magical journey, especially when she gave up her career at Disney 10 years ago to support me. 20 years ago, when my wife and when I first stepped onto this campus, we never imagined that one day we would receive such an important award. My wife, my sister-in-law, and I all graduated from this wonderful school. Today, looking back, the investment in our education are truly worthwhile. Lastly, I miss ArtCenter. I want to say I love you all, my dear ArtCenter friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Lan. By the way, Lan is our Associate Chair of Graduate Industrial Design. Lan, thank you so much. Next up, and our final award of the Magnificent Seven tonight, it's my pleasure to be introducing Marek Djorkovic, our Chair of Transportation Design. And just a little bit about Marek. While still as an ArtCenter Transportation Design student, his exceptional work as a student caught the attention of BMW, securing him a position before he even graduated. His illustrious career includes creating the iconic Rolls-Royce Phantom and serving as creative director of Design Works and head of exterior design at Rolls-Royce Motor Cars. Recently, after being named the chair of Transportation Design Department, and in true fashion, he continues to lead his own strategic design and luxury brand development company, where he continues to influence the automotive industry. Marek, we're so excited for you to come on up and present our final Lifetime Achievement Award for 2022.
What an honor. It is with pleasure and admiration that I introduce to you the 2022 Lifetime Achievement Award nominee, Honoree Bob Gurr. The Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes a lifetime of professional or creative achievement in art and design. Bob Gurr is a remarkable, one-of-a-kind individual and a true design legend. His work has brought joy to countless people and has left an indelible mark across generations and around the world. Bob has received numerous awards, prestigious ones, including Themed Entertainment Association, the Thea Award, for Lifetime Achievement in 1999. In 2004, he was honored as a Disney legend and received the distinction of having his name appear on the Main Street USA windows at both Disneyland and Magic Kingdom parks. I personally admire Bob for his curiosity, his openness to the surprises in a creative career, and especially his ability to keep that loose edge that demonstrates how creativity shines when joy is in its heart. He reminds us to embrace the fun of the design process, to find delight in the unexpected, and to never lose sight of the magic that drew us to this profession in the first place. At the age of 92, with his Autopia car exhibited in the great Peterson Automotive Museum, and today on loan to us here at ArtCenter, Bob reminds us that it's never too late to bring yet another smile through the world of design. Let's watch the tribute video for Bob.
Just as I left ArtCenter and went to Detroit to do my dream job, draw cars, if somebody would have whispered in my ear, they said, "Bob, you're going to work for Walt Disney and help design a Disneyland. You're going to design a 30-foot tall animated gorilla. You're going to do lighting for Michael Jackson. You're going to sink a ship in Las Vegas." I would have said, "You're nuts. I'm going to do cars." What set me up to do this as easily as possible, the specific, precise techniques. You have to endure a guy like Strother McMinn, who takes you back to the 20s, comes up through the 30s, uses specific cars and says, this is good because this has shape, this reflects light correctly. It all has to have proportion exactly right. The experience at Ford was quite interesting. That's probably the nicest place you could possibly be that early in life. I was only 20 years old. Oddly enough, a year and a day I'd been in Detroit, and with no warning, I suddenly said, "Thank you for the opportunity." And by that night, I was in Indiana. I don't ever recall having fear at anything, ever, after that situation. I knew that there was going to be a Disneyland constructed because there was a picture of it one day in the Los Angeles Times. And my thought was, oh boy, I'd like to go see something like that if they'd ever built it. Within about a week or two, I got a phone call to go to the Disney studio and meet Mr. Irvine in about 20 minutes. They need a little body on the Autopia car. So I had a short conversation, and I said, I'll be back on Saturday with some sketches. And by the second Saturday, more sketches. We looked at the little car. It turned out the little chassis was not very good. The fellow in the machine shop said that, well, why don't you get going on fix it? I'm not a mechanical engineer. I have no automotive training. At that very point, I thought, there's a lot of stuff I don't know, which got my curiosity up even more. I wound up designing the track on the Matterhorn, which meant I had to teach myself trigonometry. But I had to learn it, and I self-taught myself trig, which is ridiculous. One of the things I noticed about Walt, he was always asking and looking. Everybody kept saying the word curiosity. As people would say, well, Bob, why are you interested in so much stuff? Then I'd say, well, I must have that same curiosity. Pretty soon he says, Bobby, why don't you design a tram? Okay, then I designed a little tram, teaching myself railroad cars of 1880. This is my bus. And the next year, Bobby, I want you to get started on our monorail right away, and gave me no further instruction. And I had never seen such a monorail until the day before. I'm a car stylist. I went to ArtCenter. I know how to do a body, shapes. So within another 2 days, I had a rough sketch, which is now famous, called Monorail Crossing. All of a sudden, here we are. We're making the first monorail in America, and we're doing it hot rod junkyard style. Every one of these most interesting things came out of left field or came out of right field with absolutely no warning. A car designer waits for the day that his car is chosen as best of show somewhere. I'll use an example, the King Kong show at Universal Studios. It's a frightening show. It's got flame, it's got an animated creature, it's got a crashing helicopter, and you're on a tram and you're trapped on a bridge and it's sliding into the mouth of the gorilla. On the very first day, I went around the back door. All the people in the Middle Ages, they were going like this. Oh my God, oh my God. The old people were going, and the little kids were screaming. And I had a grin on my face. I didn't do a award-winning car. I had a tram full of people that were affected. And I thought, there's my paycheck. How does a student make a choice of how far do you go on your own? Because it's going to be your career and your life and things you want to create. It's almost like saying, I'm professionally trained, but I should have a loose edge somehow that lets me understand the loose edges your viewers might have. Maybe that's why I find so many things so interesting that's new every week, just because of that loosey-goosey kind of an attitude. I recognize that my design path did not go in the forecast direction. I had to wait decades to finally get recognized as a car designer. I mean, it was such a joy to be 92 and find my little car professionally designed the way I was taught at ArtCenter and see it in the Peterson Museum. The fact that it comes that late in life was just absolutely worth waiting for, yes.
'22.
Well, 72 years ago, that's a good start, yeah. I left ArtCenter as a freshly trained 20-year-old car stylist. That was the bad word today, but that's what we use, car stylist. Maybe this is a good time to see if any of this worked. Okay. Greetings all. Thank you, Karen Hoffman, Mike Warshaw, and the Board of Trustees. 1937, my first week in kindergarten, I was sent to the principal's office at the Thomas Jefferson Grammar School. That was the start of all this. I was in trouble immediately. He said I got a loose edge. Well, we'll find out. 1940, expelled from the 3rd grade at Riverside Drive School, in trouble again. Why? Drawing cars and airplanes on my arithmetic test papers. Immediately thereafter, I was enrolled into the Burbank Military Academy as incorrigible. Small classes, creative assignments, build model airplanes after marching drills. Being a bad kid was starting to pay off. 1943, expelled again. This time from the 6th grade at Lancashire Grammar School. No particular reason, the pattern continued. Just before 12th grade graduation in 1949, my dream of designing airplanes at the Curtiss-Wright Technical Institute failed. Low math scores. However, my architecture teacher had always allowed me to draw cars in class if I finished my architecture work first. There's a real teacher. At graduation, he suggested a car design school, ArtCenter School in Los Angeles, a little place down there on 3rd Street. Oh, car styling is artistic only, no math required. So, in August 1949, an understanding ArtCenter admission Lady Carla Martell, enrolled me, no portfolio, just a terrible collection of high school car sketches. Hop ahead now to May 1952. General Motors Scholarship had funded part of my industrial design training. I was invited to join General Motors in Detroit, but got snatched away into the Ford Motor Company instead. It's too complicated to try to explain that. Late 1952, snatched again, this time to George W. Walker Industrial Design to join Ford's Continental Mark II project. May 1953, just after 1 year in Detroit, I returned to California. I set up R.H. Gurr Industrial Design. Do you see the pattern here? Convention and rules? Nope. Just follow your heart. Goofed off, odd jobs, did car sketches for Kaiser Willys, of all people. 1954, Walt Disney called. I designed way more interesting vehicles for a Mickey Mouse outfit than I could ever have if I'd stayed in Detroit. My gosh, Walt Disney asked me to design the Western Hemisphere's very first monorail train. 1979, since I was not a licensed engineer, I was not allowed to design anything anymore at Disney. Eventually, I was fired from Disney in 1981, insubordination mostly. Eventually, I was fired from Disney in 1981. So I formed Gurr Design Incorporated. Now comes mechanical animation, show action equipment, entertainment attractions, movie monsters, and more. Olympic flying saucers, lighting for Michael Jackson, Crazy Zapala, a Las Vegas pirate battle show featuring a sinking ship in front of a casino. And I was going to be a car stylist. The lessons, to quote recent ArtCenter challenges, design education can take many paths. Car styling, mechanical engineering, manufacturing and operations. Join interdisciplinary teams, collaboration with architects, multiple trades, budgets and schedules. Challenge the norms, no fear, to help entrepreneurs originate risky and untried new ventures. Oh yeah, I did it all my way and you should too. All right.
Okay, Bob, amazing, thank you. I think I can speak for a lot of people in here. I really, one of the moments I treasure, and my fondest memories as a kid was Autotopia. And that drove my creative energy. So, right? I mean, Bob, you're remarkable. And you're an ultimate teacher, too. He art directed me today how to take a picture of him in the Autotopia car. Right? No, go more this way. Bend down more. So incredible. What an honor, Bob. And I think for tonight, as we close, I just want to, again, thank everybody for being here. And, there is another full circle moment I'm going to share, because we've heard it a lot tonight. I, too, was rejected from ArtCenter. Yes. So I think we've got a room full of very perseverant people here. And again, I just want to say, and Bruce, I think you said it earlier, is we are all lifelong learners, and we always have this ultimate curiosity for what is possible. And I think we all treasure that. So thank you all. Enjoy your dessert. Enjoy the company. And we look forward to seeing you hopefully in the end of this year, in the fall, for 2023 Alumni Awards. We're catching up. Yes. Thank you, everybody.